Alright, so here is how you spot 5 red flags early in your relationship, according to ChatGPT, because I didn't come up with this on my own, so I'm not gonna sit here and say like it was my idea. It was my idea to go into ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT for this information. So with that being said, I'm gonna try and get my eyebrow done for bed. And I have like a zit. I just got back from Las Vegas and I have like this zit. I think it was because I was kissing up on oh boy the other day, but that's beside the point. This is not filtered either. As you can see, my hair looks crazy. Girl, I didn't do anything today. So without further ado, number 1, and I'm just gonna get a little bit closer to see. I have you guys. Okay, it keeps like pushing itself down, but I'm gonna sit over here and I have everything written right here. So number 1, it says controlling behavior. Actually, low-key, when I was like writing this stuff down, oh my god, it was so funny because like half of the stuff on here was like, oh my god, I do all of those things, like, but then it's like that's bad toxic relationship, right? So it's still really good to like not advertise, but sort of like educate people on, you know what I mean? One sec. Okay, I don't know why this camera's doing that. Okay, so controlling behavior, right? Honestly, one time I went on a date, and I'm gonna give like examples and stuff like that. I feel like we need all the lighting we can get. But like I went on this date one time after work, and I think I shared this on TikTok somewhere. But like this guy I met on Tinder, he picked me up after work. We went for like a late, oh, it's already coming along. We went for like this after work like movie, like a late night movie. I live in New Jersey, so they have like late night movies, like probably like 9-10 o'clock. Like you can catch a movie at the movie theaters, so which is what we planned on doing, right? And he looked kind of cute, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and do this date with this guy, right? No, girl, what is on that? So I go and like he picks me up because I get off work at like 9 o'clock. At the time I was working till like 9, and this guy like picks me up, right? And like he picks me up and like he's like, meet me over here, and I was like, I got you, I'll do it. So I meet him across the street from my job, and this guy, I get in his car, right? Oh my god, girl, I look at his face, girl, he looked like you ever see the movie Grease? You know, like there was like John Travolta's side, and then there was like the bad side, like the leader on the bad side of that team. You know, he had like all those dents in his face and stuff like that. Like this guy had like that. It's like, I don't know, like a skin disorder or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, anyways, this guy had that, and when I looked at him I was like, all right, maybe it's just like in my head, you know what I mean? Like it's gonna pass, it's fine, I'm gonna eventually think it's kind of cute. Not the case, girl. You think this looks even? Let me like do, anyways. And anyways, we go to like the movie, we're sitting down, and we're having so much fun. Like we're joking, we're doing this, we're doing that, and we're having super fun, like so much fun. But like the movie was super boring and it was super hard to keep up with. So like eventually like the chemistry started like to dwindle, and then I started acting weird because like when, I don't know, I'm just weird, I don't know. So after that we went and we got food, and then he was like, let's just go to a bar and grab a drink. So I was like, all right, let's go. I agreed to go for a drink because I was just feeling frisky. Anyways, So we go for a drink, and like we got there, and I'm like, oh, they have these like games. Like I don't know, I don't know if y'all know, but like on Apple, you can download like phone games that you can like send someone, and you can like when it's their turn, you can send it back, like text message them back, and then it says it's their turn. You can play like basketball, you can play like ping pong, you can do like I forgot what the app's name is, but it's like a little green bird. But so I like invite him, and I was like, oh, let's do this. I don't know if my eyebrow is fitting, but we're doing that. We're doing drinks, and he gets all of a sudden super duper fucking like competitive, and like he didn't even like after he saw me even like struggling with like, I don't care if you win, you win, I'm super happy for that, but like it was sort of like he was out to like kill me, like he was putting a hit out on me, like girl, I can't even tell you. So y'all, he was out for me. I was like, no, it's not happening, I'm not for this, like. And so after a while I was like letting him, I was uncomfortable, but he was not getting the message. So that will let you know, like, even if like you're not having fun anymore, and you're like letting him know, like you're giving him physical cues and stuff like that, he didn't listen to me. So and I'm not the kind of girl that's like, oh, you know, like trying to voice my opinion and sort of like be mean, or like try and voice it so that like, you know, I don't know, I didn't want the fun to stop, but like also like I was like body language and all of that, like I was like letting him know I was not enjoying this, and he basically didn't listen, and that was like red flag all the way. Like girl, I like left his car when he dropped me home, and I left his door wide open, and I walked the fuck out his car. I was like, this is crazy. It was weird. So red flag number 2, lack of communication and dishonesty. So for this one, it's a red flag because, let me see, lack of communication, I think is like early on in the relationship, like what I feel, and this is what everyone says, so I'm gonna try and see if I can like find a different way to sort of like voice my opinion. But lack of communication is a big one, because like you ever like talk to a guy and he never got time to talk to you, and it's like you want to talk to him, you want to get to know him, and you're like even putting your effort, like more effort than you should normally put in, and they like text you like 1 time a day or something like that. Like, all right, that's bad. That's a bad example, because that's just getting to know somebody. Like you don't really know them, so you can sort of like whatever, but like when you know people, you sort of like open up a little bit more. So that was a little difficult. But dishonesty to like, there's this guy I'm talking to, I'll give you an example, and like he lives like 15 minutes away from me, genuinely, and I know like he doesn't have a car or anything like that, but I know he like has modes of transportation. Like we have Uber, we have like all these other like forms of transportation that I know he can, like if he wanted to, he would come see me 15 minutes away, which means it's probably like a 15-minute, like a $15 Uber or some dumb shit like that. Like I know like he could make it, but he doesn't. So like that's a big red flag for me, because like every time we're together we have so much fun and all of that, but then like he can't try and come see me. Like that's a little bit weird, you know? So that's a good one. We're 2 for 2 for ChatGPT, girl. Disrespecting boundaries. I need lighting. It looks crazy in here. But disrespecting boundaries. Let me see. All right. I'm blanking for this one because I don't have an example either for this. So, like, when you clearly don't like something and a guy is doing it, and again, like this goes back to like the controlling behavior. If a guy keeps doing it and he's like not even like trying to change it or anything like that, or he sees his behavior through, bro, red flag 100%. Don't keep going with that guy, because then you're gonna regret it. Why? Because then you're putting all this effort for him to like pick up cues and like read the room, and the motherfucker is not. So no. When somebody disrespects your boundaries, like, oh, especially when like there are other people around, or like when they know you genuinely dislike something and they like see it through, like, nah. I give you 100% license for you to go to his house and leave dog poop in front of his door, because it's crazy. Nope. Anyways, moving on. So number 4, that was 3. Disrespecting boundaries was 3. 4, we have jealousy and possessiveness. And this is a big one because it goes both ways for the guy and the girl. So my eyes look hella dark, but that one goes both ways, jealousy and possessiveness, because I got really jealous with my guys, like nowadays, like, or this is always me though, I was, but like I was always like the girlfriend to like hide it and act like there's nothing wrong with me, when clearly you know your girl is upset. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just be ignoring him. Girl, my heart would be beating. I would try to go through his phone. Girl, I would try to ask him questions, like wrap around the question and like try and get my question, like see if he's like tailoring his response in his head. Girl, I don't play none of that. I'm so jealous. But I'm not really possessive. But like, if you're with your dude and he knows you put out the effort, you're trying to be cute for your man, for him, and this man like acting like your efforts are going unnoticed, right? You ever get mad cute and you're with a guy and like there are other girls, but like, and you're trying to get like a response out of him, because like, I don't know, like in like social situations, like when you're coupled up, you're sort of like a team. And so everywhere you go, you have to like sort of like ping pong off one another. And so you gotta like throw like, you know, just be like, you got what I mean? Like, I don't know if y'all feel that way, but I always feel that way. So like, I always have a question. I always have like something funny to say, something funny to do. Just make sure like me and my teammate is entertained, just in case shit pop off, then everybody's about to be entertained. I don't know, but that's just how I think, you know? But I just like, that's just my way of like letting the world know, like, me and my company, we're comfortable and we're ready for whatever. But like, you ever like get pretty, you get not cute, you're with a guy and it's like stale, and like every time something sexual happens, or like, you know, like you pass in front of him, or like, you get what I mean, like it's only like sexual, and I get it, like it's like staticky, the chemistry is staticky, but still, you know what I mean? Like, if I ask you about what color toes you got painted on your toes, you're supposed to have a response, okay? Like, even though I know guys don't get their toes done, but you know what I mean? Whatever. But that causes like possessiveness and jealousy for the guys that are watching. But for girls, like, that's a bad look. Like, also, I never really had a guy really get jealous up off me. Like, if I never really had a guy get jealous. Like, okay, I did date this one guy, and he was a little bit possessive. He was like a Leo, I think, but he got a little bit like jealous, and he was always like, why you never mention, how come you always mention your ex around me? But it wasn't like jealousy, it was just like concern. So jealousy and possessiveness, I never really dealt with a jealous or like really possessive guy, but I could see why it's a red flag based off the female side. Like, it's not a good look, you know what I mean? It's because then you're always gonna find yourself fighting and always feeling like defensive, like you gotta walk in your house with a fucking bulletproof vest on, you know what I mean, and ready to draw arms because your person is crazy. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so that was number 4. That was really hard to get around because I can only remember myself being jealous and possessive. So gaslighting. So number 5 is gaslighting. I really don't know what this word means, like genuinely. Like it's become a very popular word in the past 10 years, but like when I was in high school, gaslighting wasn't really like popular. So, and I'm like in my late 20s, so that's pretty fair and recent. But still, gaslighting, to my understanding, is when someone is only saying certain things so that they can get a certain response out of you. And that's also tying back into the jealous and possessiveness. Like if a guy is only responding to you when it's a sexual topic or something like that, like that's crazy. So like if he's gaslighting you, like, all right, boom, 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 boom. There's this guy I'm talking to. Same guy I was talking to you about. Also, why my eyes look like I don't have mascara on? Like my lashes are seriously short. Look, I have this pimple patch all over my nose. But gaslighting. So like this is a red flag. I can't really tell you why it's a red flag, but it is because let me tell you. Like imagine your whole relationship is a lie. He was just telling you what he wanted to tell you to get something out of you. And nowadays, it only be because people are bored. Like right now, I'm doing this video because your girl is bored. There's nothing for me to do. So, like, genuinely, like, gaslighting is scary because you could be talking to someone and it feels genuine. Like, everybody can read the room, everyone feels it. But then again, it's only, like, superficial, like, connections. So, and gaslighting is a big red flag because if you're trying to be genuine, like, not just for other people, but to yourself. Like, a lot of people are so worried about, like a relationship, like a one-on-one relationship with other people, but they're not so much worried about the relationship that they hold with themselves. So gaslighting is dangerous from other people because like you have to like digest all of like the fakeness and like all of that, and you don't want that for yourself, like for your mental health, because honestly you will go crazy. Like I did go crazy. Like my ex-boyfriend, like from high school, we dated for like 10 years, and I felt like he gaslighted me the entire way. Like I was always like, why does he want me, and like why does he do this, why does he do that, you know? And he would always just be like, because I love you. And to me at the time, it was not sufficient enough. It wasn't because, girl, look at your eyebrows, you think you flipped them for the video, but you look crazy. You know what I mean? Like, don't act like you don't need me to love you, hoe. You know what I mean? Like, keep it genuine and keep it like that. If he told me that, girl, please, I probably would, like, fall into him a little bit more. Because I'm just like, he's probably right. You know, like, but then still at the same time, then it's like, wow, but he still loves me. You know? So gaslighting is crazy. But I felt gaslighted, and then at the end, when everything like blew up, oh my God, I'm a different person today because of that relationship and what transpired that year. It was a crazy year that year. I think it was like 2016. It was a really crazy year. But yeah, that's dangerous. So to wrap it all up, when you're dating, make sure you're good for you. Make sure your eyebrows are flipped, girl, everywhere you go. Even if you're going to the bodega, you're going to the CVS right across the street from your apartment complex. Make sure your eyebrows are flipped. You got some mascara on. You put your hair in a little, like, nice, decent do. Don't wear this outfit. And you wear that shit. And if people look at you wrong, tell them Steph got you and that you don't care about no one else. But that is how to spot 5 major red flags in your relationship. And this is for, like, even if you're just starting to date someone, or if you're in a relationship for like 5-10 years, you know what I mean? And I know the lighting in here is poor. I promise I'm gonna get better, but you can probably like and subscribe better, because I'm trying to get monetized. So help your girl out. And thanks and good luck.